Hello, and welcome to this special interview series on women in wellness, the 5 lifestyle tweaks that will support people's health journey towards better well being. I'm Wanda Malhotra, lifestyle journalist and CEO of Crunchy Mama Box, a platform promoting conscious living. This interview is part of a powerful collaboration with Authority Magazine, a medium publication that delves deep into topics that truly matter. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Staci Gulbin, registered dietitian, graduate of Institute of Human Nutrition and Teachers College of Columbia University. She has treated hundreds of patients over the years for nutrition-related issues ranging from weight management, diabetes, heart health, renal health, and bariatric nutrition pre and post surgery. Staci has also been a freelance writer for various health platforms including shape.com, health.com, goodrx.com, and others. She has been featured as a nutrition expert on websites like Oprah Mag and Eat This, Not That, to name a few. Staci has 2 published cookbooks, the High Protein Bariatric Cookbook and the Healthy Bariatric Smoothies Recipe Book. This video is a special follow-up to the written interview previously published. For a deeper dive into the complete conversation, follow my column to read the full interview. Now, join us for an exclusive interview with Staci Gulbin. Hi, Staci. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
It's a pleasure. So, as a dietitian with a strong focus on women's wellness, could you share some of the unique challenges that women face when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle and how your work aims to address all these challenges?
Sure. Well, when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle, I feel that women face a very unique challenge based on the societal and social pressures to focus on weight loss as the primary goal of changing their lifestyle behaviors. And so I feel like this takes away from the importance of focusing on the more vital aspect of internal health. And because of this, many women can feel pressure to restrict their foods, go on extreme diets, and I feel like this negatively impacts their relationship with food overall. And so what my work hopes to accomplish is to help people develop a healthy relationship with food and their bodies. I try to help people stop seeing foods as good or bad, and instead helping them focus on how they can add healthy foods within their diet and within their means to accomplish their health goals. By taking away the labels on foods, I feel like it can reduce any stress that they feel. And in turn, it can help them have a positive relationship with food and their bodies overall.
That's fantastic. So, your journey in the field of wellness has involved treating numerous patients with various nutrition related issues. How do you tailor your advice and support to meet the specific needs of women considering factors like hormonal changes, pregnancy, and menopause?
Well, I no longer perform nutritional counseling per se. I do work at a hospital part-time and do meet with clients a few days a week. But with patients that I see in the hospital, as well as with my writing, I try to recognize that not everyone has the same baseline when it comes to nutrition and their health. So I try to customize my nutrition education to help meet the individual where they are as far as their health status and their budget, their knowledge base, and their accessibility to food and cooking resources. In my writing, I try to help them understand the complexities of having a customized nutrition plan that will work for them and that will help them meet their health goals. Because there's no one easy answer or one way of eating that's going to help everyone achieve their optimal health. I do the best I can to explain examples of how nutritional needs vary between different groups when I'm talking about a healthy eating plan or nutrition, different nutrients that I'm discussing. For example, with pregnant women, I would talk more about iron and folate. And with menopausal women, I would talk about calcium and vitamin D for bone health. So those are just some examples of how it kind of hit the basics of the differing needs of different groups.
Fantastic. So, in your interview, you emphasize the importance of listening to one's body. For women navigating complex health issues, what strategies do you recommend for improving their mind body connection and understanding their unique nutritional requirements?
Of course. Yeah. So from my own experience, I've dealt with different digestive issues over the years. I found that what helped me the most was just kind of drowning out the external noise around me so that I could listen to my body more. So that external noise that I'm referring to is like any unsolicited advice, any nutrition advice online that kind of takes a one diet fits all approach, and as well as kind of quieting the voices inside of me when I'm trying to compare myself to other people and their success with different diets and eating plans. I feel it's helpful to kind of sit in silence sometimes, so we can allow space for our bodies to tell us how it feels when we eat certain foods. What helped me a lot was a food symptom diary. So just kind of jotting down what we're eating and if we have any symptoms or we just don't feel good eating certain foods, to kind of note that. And it can also be really helpful to talk with like an experienced health professional to kind of go through those food symptom diaries and identify what's causing some of our uncomfortable symptoms and what are some ways that we can possibly treat those.
That's great advice. Very good. Women's wellness often intersects with mental health.
Mm-hmm.
How does your work address the relationship between nutrition and mental well-being? And what lifestyle tweaks can women incorporate to support their mental health through nutrition?
Perfect. Yes. So my work is a culmination of my own experiences. So I feel like it would not be complete without discussing mental health, both with patients and in my own life. I've seen firsthand how mental health challenges can impact the way people choose foods, the way they eat, the way they feel about their bodies. And so I think it's really important to recognize that. Over the past 2 decades, disordered eating has risen so much. It's doubled globally. And in the United States, there's over 30 million people that will experience disordered eating at some point in their lives. So taking this into account, I feel there's probably, in my experience, 5 important factors that women could take to help improve their nutrition and mental health relationship. So the number one thing is to stop overthinking what we eat. I think we have a tendency to get caught up in counting calories and every single macro and nutrient, and that can become stressful and overwhelming. So I think simply focusing on adding more fruits and vegetables, consuming healthy sources of protein, staying hydrated, just those simple basics. Getting down to basics is the most important thing to focus on when you're starting to develop a healthy lifestyle. Another factor is to stop searching for like the quick fix. Like I find that a lot of people get caught up in yo-yo dieting, and this weight cycling can have a harmful impact on our metabolic health overall. So I think it's just important to just kind of accept the fact that it's going to take a long time, to adopt these healthy habits, and just to have patience and compassion with yourself instead of jumping onto these fad diets and getting on that roller coaster. And like I mentioned before, just I think it's important for people to stop labeling foods. So stop listening to any advice that you may see that focuses on good or bad foods, and just kind of focusing on how we can fit all foods into our diet, whether it's, reducing portion sizes or just talking with a healthcare professional to kind of figure out how we can fit certain foods into our lifestyle, since we're all not going to have the same baseline, and certain foods will not feel the same way with our bodies as they will with others. And another factor is, like I mentioned before, just having compassion for yourself through nutrition. If you just kind of meet yourself where you are right now, if you can't afford all the organic products or a blender to make smoothies, there's budget-friendly ways to become healthy. And I think it's important that we should just kind of accept ourselves where we are, like I said, and not get down on ourselves that we can't engage in all of the behaviors that are advertised online. Health comes in many different forms, and I think we just need to, if we need help, just kind of reach out for that help and get advice on how we can be the healthiest we can be within our baseline.
That's super important. Super.
Mm-hmm.
Being compassionate, kind to yourself is so important when starting any change, any diet change, lifestyle change. Thank you. That was really important. So, given the ever-evolving landscape of wellness trends, what role do you see women playing in shaping the future of wellness, and what advice would you offer women to women looking to become more influential in promoting health and well-being?
Yeah, so I think this is a really important question. I can't predict the future, but I would hope that in the future that we would see more people kind of sharing their stories, sharing their struggles, being authentic, just so we can let the people that are coming to us for advice to kind of see that we're human too, and everyone's going to struggle and make mistakes along the way. And I think that would be a good place to start to kind of drown out, like I mentioned before, some of that external noise, like the fat diets and the magic pills and programs. I think we need to kind of drown that out with some more authenticity. And what I mean by that is like less focusing on losing weight as the primary goal of adopting healthy lifestyle behaviors, and focus more on those non-weight life goals, weight loss goals, like having more energy, improving our numbers for heart health and metabolic health, and kind of having that be the norm instead of the exception. And as far as promoting, if you want to become influential in the health and wellness field, I think it's important to use the resources around you. I know for me specifically, it helped me to use Help a Reporter Out, just kind of reaching out to different reporters, getting my name out there however I could, and trying to establish yourself as an expert in your field. So that was really helpful to me.
That's very helpful. So, Staci, as a dedicated advocate for women's wellness, what is your ultimate vision for the impact you'd like to have on the lives of women seeking to improve their well-being? And what can our readers do to support this vision?
Yes. So I think ultimately I would just want women to start loving their bodies, and just embracing all the struggles that we have, and making the best that we can out of them. I know for my experience, I'm actually in the process of writing a book and developing a podcast kind of based on some of those things. Just kind of talking about the struggles that I've had and the life lessons that I've learned from them. So just kind of going with the flow, I guess. And I would love to kind of relay the message of just helping women be happy with themselves, showing compassion, developing a healthy relationship with food and their bodies. That's ultimately the message that I would like to put out there.
This was very meaningful. Thank you so much, Staci. We wish you only continued success on your great work. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me.